They make the slightest comparison to Aaron Coford. If you're thinking to yourselves, geez, I don't know who should be Mr. Wildcat this year, let me ease your decision by saying, really? You don't know who it should be? Come on. After everything I just read to you, you're still not sure? That's silly and you know it. Aaron Coford, everybody.
Well, we lied. And actually, we have two more contestants. We have Ryan Tabor, who is escorted by the really, really, really tall Ashley Walters.
It was a beautiful day on January 31st, 1993 in San Diego, California when Ryan Tabor was born. 5 minutes after birth, a Class 7 tsunami hit the coast and destroyed the city. Thankfully, Ryan had seen into the future and warned the local people, and everyone had been evacuated to higher ground seconds before the tsunami hit. Ryan was given the key to the city and $1 million for his heroic actions, but Ryan immediately donated the money back to the Children's Hospital. To escape the instant fame, he and his family moved to quiet Wilsonville, Oregon. Once in the Northwest, Ryan spent his time playing sports, making friends, and modeling under the pseudonym Brad Pitt. Nowadays, Ryan spends most of his time with friends saving baby whales off the coast of Japan. He was hoping to go to college in Australia and live the rest of his life on the beaches of Brisbane, soaking in the sun and swimming with the mermaids and sea creatures.
All right, now actually the last, certainly not the least, Jack Taylor, escorted by the two scrumptious Morgans.
Jack Taylor. Jack was born in Portland, Oregon in 1992. He has moved around a lot, living in Nevada, Washington, North Carolina, Massachusetts, and Oregon.
Jack currently resides in Wilsonville, Oregon, and is a senior at Wilsonville High School.
All right, let's give it up for our 2010 Mr. Wildcat contestants.
Now to introduce our esteemed judges today. First, we have Mr. Myers. Ms. Anderson.
You all know him, Mr. Song. Juniors Marie Marshall and Allie Nelson.
So now that you know them, let's get to know them a little bit better. We'll start off with you, Mr. Myers. What is your age?
Hello. Indeterminate.
Thanks. All right, Mr. Song, I've always wanted to know, what could we find you doing after school on any given day?
Well, I'm in my office trying to make the school better, of course.
Right, of course. Thank you.
Okay, Miss Anderson. Chuck Norris and Bear Grylls each have a knife, and they fight to the death. Who wins? Chuck Norris and Bear Grylls fight to the death. Who wins?
I beg your pardon? The Wildcats win. The Wild wins. The knife wins? I'm just a health teacher, I don't know.
Do you want me to say again, or? Moving on.
Hey, I teach outdoor ed. Ask me that question. You asked me my age? Come on. Bear Grylls, of course.
Yeah.
Now, Marie, if you could meet one person in the history of the world, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oprah Winfrey!
You would.
Now, without further ado, let the festivities. Whoa! I'm the MC
You
here.
missed one of the panels big time here.
We're only supposed to have 4, and you guys threw in 5 and screwed it up. Whatever.
So, Allie,
All my shirt
Allie, how old are you? Is it true that tonight is the most exciting night of your life?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks. That makes it today a little better. All right. Without much further ado, let the festivities begin. All right. Now that we've all been introduced properly, we're going to go on to our first event.
Inspired by the loose-fitting garb of the 14th century, the first contest will be the Renaissance Fashion Show.
Now our contestants will walk out wearing their favorite medieval attire.
Let's get started with our first contestant.
Jeff the Rod Hodgson.
Warm on cold nights. The shield that he carries was passed down to him by his father. The sandals he wears are made from strong leather and protect his feet from sharp rocks. He can cut stuff with his sword. He is the perfect Spartan warrior.
I certainly wouldn't want to fight that.
Tabor.
Greasy bottoms, for those of us in ancient times who run a lot, but are afraid of butt slide. The opening in the back allows the ancient runner to stay cool in the hottest situations.
Next up, we have Davis Wolf.
We have Jester Davis Wolf, one of the most creepiest creatures in all of the land. He spends his time entertaining the king and queen, doing whatever funny and extremely creepy things they ask him to do.
I don't know about you, Chase, but I'm pretty frightened right now.
I've seen worse. All right. Looking good, Davis. Aaron Cofer.
Well, I think we got the wrong time period. But at least it's simple.
All right, thank you.
Next up, Andrew Conway.
As the hero of the time, Link sports a large array of fashion. Link wields all the powerful Master Sword, which he pulled from the stone in the Temple of Time. Along with the legendary blade, Link also uses the Highland Shield, Hero's Bow, and Bomb Shoes. To get through the cursed temples, Link needs to look good, which is why he wears the lovely corker tunic. It is no surprise that Link was able to defeat the evil Ganondorf and save Hyrule in the beautiful Princess Zelda.
I'm pretty sure I saw an up B down A combo in there somewhere.
Next up, we got Nick Hughes.
Nick is sporting the average wizard wear, an undergown laden with magical enchantments of strength and courage. Also, he is wearing the famous cloak of integrity, made of yeti fur and mountain-long hair. He carries with him the powerful staff of enlightenment, which is also enchanted, as to make it lighter for his chosen wielder. Because we all know that the wizard does not choose the staff chooses the wizard.
Next, Taylor Nebeker.